Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Brittnee and today is going to be a really fun video. I'm going to be teaching you how to make white chocolate skeletons. We'll make a full skeleton along with some loose bones and skulls. These finished edible bones can be used for any of your creative Halloween treats, and in next week's video I'll be using some of them for a really fun Halloween dessert. So let's get started. All you will need is some tempered white chocolate, or you can use white candy melts. I think there's two options at the store for candy melts. You can get the bright white, or there's, I think, one that's just like supposed to look more like white chocolate, because white chocolate has a more yellow tone to it. So if you want your bones to look a little old and creepy, you might want to use tempered white chocolate or the regular white candy melts, or you can use the bright white. And then you'll need something to warm up or temper your chocolate in. Just a reminder, don't use glass because it can burn your chocolate, or candy melts super easy. These silicone cups are my favorite and I will link them down below. And then you'll need some little skeletons. Here are the skeleton friends that I found. Actually, my sister found these at a grocery store called Smith's, and they're perfect size for me. And I found this one on Amazon. So we might do like a couple bones out of this one, but it's pretty big. So for my dessert next week, these ones are going to be the perfect size, but just find whatever skeletons that fit your specific size needs for whatever treat you're making. And then you'll need some brown sugar. We're going to be using the brown sugar to create a mold. And then in order to do that, you'll want something to put the brown sugar in. I'm just going to use a pie tin. And then you'll want a couple parchment paper piping bags. And if you want to learn how to make these really easy at home yourself, you can click on the card above, just like this. Okay, so I'm starting by filling up my pan with some brown sugar. I'm going to create a mold before I melt the white chocolate so that the chocolate doesn't set up while I'm doing this. So I just pour some in. I'm going to kind of level it and pack it a little bit so that it's pretty firm. And then I'm going to start with a full skeleton. I kind of want this to be flatter, so maybe I will use a measuring cup to help. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just want to make sure I get a good imprint with the skeleton. So I'm just going to press him in like this. Just make sure you get every part of him or her. Okay. And if your brown sugar cracks around, make sure it's nice and firm. Make sure his knees are getting in there. Okay. Cute. All right. So while I'm at it, I could do a couple more. So I'm going to take my big guy and do some hands here. So I'll just press this hand in like this. Okay. And let's try a foot, but I'm going to try it from the bottom. Press that in. And what else should we try? We could do like part of the rib cage for now. So we'll just do a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, let's try this out. So I am going to just be using the white candy melts today just for ease. So to do that, I'm just putting them in my silicone cup, and I'm going to heat them for, because I don't have that much, maybe 20 seconds at a time, stirring in between until it's smooth. If you want to use white chocolate, you're going to have to temper it. I have a video about tempering. You can check it out in the card, but I'm just going to use candy melts today. All right, my candy melts are all melted. I'm just going to put them in a parchment bag, cut a little hole. Okay, and I'm basically just going to fill up our mold with the candy melts. And for the full skeleton, I want him to be attached for the most part. So I'm going to do his like whole body connected. So just filling it in. You want to make sure it's really filled in good on the bottom so that it gets all those details where it's touching the brown sugar. And then I'll fill this part in so that the chocolate's level with the rest of him. And down his spine, into the hip. Okay. I'm going to try to leave that part open. And the legs. And if he breaks coming out, that's okay because, you know, it's more realistic anyway. We might not stay together. Okay. And the feet. All right. Now moving on to the next, we'll do the hand. Just do it the exact same way. I'm going to try to keep these fingers separate, so they're going to be pretty thin. Basically just piping into the mold, following the shape as best you can. Like that. All right. That's the last of them. So I'm just going to pop this into the fridge probably for about 5 minutes just to make sure they're really set up, and then we'll take them out. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm just going to grab a little spatula to help me carefully take these out. And for now, I'm going to set them here. Just going to be very careful getting these out. This brown sugar is super fresh, so it's really sticking. Okay. Don't want to break the skeleton. Okay, starting with the chest. Okay, I already broke the head off. These might just come out in separate pieces, which is totally okay. So I'm going to lay him out in order. Like this. Now I'm going to get a bowl of water. So I've got my bowl of water, and I grabbed like a double layer of paper towels to dry them off. And we're going to wash off the brown sugar. Just kind of dip it in the water and kind of brush it off. And this also adds a little bit of color. We lost some ribs. Make sure your water's pretty cold because you don't want to start melting the chocolate. I'm gonna refill mine and get it a tiny bit colder. Okay, some fresh colder water. And maybe also along with the cold water, when you put your chocolate in the fridge, you might want to actually just put it in the freezer. I think I'll do that for the next round. That'll just buy you more time with this process. But look how cool they look. And they kind of, the brown sugar adds like a weathered look. And I ended up using the bright white candy melts. So now they, on the back, you can see the color difference. And then with the brown sugar, it kind of creates that old bone look. I'm gonna do the ribs a little bit longer because they were getting kind of warm. Cool. Okay, what's this one? Oh, the hand from the big one. Oh, this one's cool. It has a lot of detail from the fingers and all the joints. I like that one. Okay, now for the little guy. And these are way more fragile, so just be really careful. The great thing about this is they don't have to be perfect because they're supposed to look like old, creepy skeleton bones, you know? Which is great. You almost got a full leg out of that one. Let's do the hip part. I like this. I'm sure if you're watching this, Halloween might be one of your favorite holidays. Comment down below if your favorite holiday is Halloween, or if it's not, comment your favorite holiday, because now I'm curious. I would say that Halloween is one of my favorite holidays because it's so much fun. I like the spooky treats and I love dressing up and celebrating. Oh no, I broke the wrist. We're just going to have the hand for that one. Gotta be more careful. This one is so small and fragile, but this size is more of like what I need. Dang it, I broke another. That's okay though, if it's in bits. This is the perfect size little skeleton for my Halloween dessert in the next video. So I was excited to get this little skeleton. Because the ones on Amazon, like you saw, pretty big. Ooh, not letting that float away. I broke another arm, but I'm going to keep the pieces. Okay, the rib cage looks so cool. I'm gonna let the water do its job and get the sugar dissolved. The rib's cool. Okay, now for the head. Probably you could just sit these in water and just give them time for the water to dissolve the brown sugar if you're worried about not being gentle enough with your fingers and breaking them. If you want to try to keep them more together, yeah, you could probably just sit them in there like this and let them dissolve, but I don't have any patience. I want to see what they look like. Okay, so here's the little head. I love it. Okay, let's make more. I'm just going to do the exact same thing, and this time I'll put them in the freezer instead of the fridge, just to give them a little bit more time, and we'll see how they turn out. And there you have it. We have some cute little white chocolate bones. I cannot wait until next week to show you what I'm going to use these for. And as always, I hope that you liked the video and learned something new. If you did, be sure to let me know by giving this video a like down below and leaving me a comment. It helps me out a lot. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, today's the day. If you'd like to see something else that's spooky and sweet, just click on one of these thumbnails. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.